afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Mark is on vacation this week. Brady Mallory is helping us out tonight. Hello.
Yeah, he never takes us with him, does he?
I know. He usually goes this time of the year, but I'm looking forward to hearing about his trip. He's on a cruise, so well-deserved vacation.
Yes.
And I appreciate your help tonight.
Oh, happy to be here.
We have a fun show ahead, and weather is the top story. You're likely seeing rain where you live, but snow is falling in Wisconsin. We'll show you where and when that rain may turn into snow for you.
And we're gathering new information about a deadly shooting near Beloit. An update on what led up to 6 people being shot.
Plus, we'll hear from Bob Dole's daughter as the nation says goodbye today to the longtime Republican senator who died at the age of 98. But first, let's take a look outside. This is a shot of Elver Park. That's actually, sometimes winter can be very pretty, but
not quite.
A wintry mess is on the way tonight and over the weekend. Austin is on the weather patio, and it's raining here on the west side of Madison. Austin?
Can hear it.
That is right. And I'm starting with the temperature map right now because it is 36 degrees here in Madison, and that's really one of the main factors that's actually helping us out. But it's 36 degrees with some rainfall, so it really does not feel great to spend some time outdoors. And the rain's going to continue off and on for quite some time throughout the rest of the evening and even most of the overnight hours. So let's take a peek at that Doppler track. Even some of us starting to see some snowfall. Wisconsin Dells, one of the areas that are likely seeing some moderate snow showers right now, but that's also expected right now for Wisconsin Dells. Temperatures will slowly increase still over the next few hours. So Wisconsin Dells is likely going to see a little bit of some snow, eventually transitioning over to rain, and then back to snowfall here at a time later on tonight and into tomorrow morning. It's a pretty large system that is tracking in our direction, even a few states down to our south, seeing some strong to severe thunderstorms. We even have our own chance to hear a few rumbles of thunder over the next few hours. But an alert day is in effect for tonight and tomorrow. Here in Dane County, we're not going to see an overwhelming amount of snow, but it does look like it's going to be enough to cause some roadway concerns. Up to our northwest, much more snow is actually expected. Winter weather bulletins do show winter weather advisories for areas just to the north and the west of the Madison area, but even farther to the north, we're actually seeing some winter storm warnings. Thankfully, that is out of our viewing area, but I'm taking a detailed look at snow totals, when we can expect the snow to kick off, and when we can expect that snow to exit. That's all coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Austin. 1 person is dead in the town of Beloit, and 2 are still in the hospital, and 3 more were hurt, but have since been released.
All of that after a fight turned into a shooting last night. Our Naomi Coles explains how this is a continuation of a trend in the greater Beloit area. Naomi?
In the nearby city of Beloit, homicides were up to 4 this year from 2 the year before. And gun violence overall, including injuries, is far higher both this year and last from the norm. Today, everyone involved in the fight that led to a shootout on Porter Avenue was from the greater Beloit area, police said. No one is charged or arrested yet in connection to the shooting, and police say it'll take a long time to figure out exactly what went down.
This is obviously a very complex and extensive investigation that is going to take several days, if not weeks, to complete. We do have one of the people in custody for other charges not related to this incident.
Now, police are still there today, piecing together the scene, and will stay there for at least a day or 2 more. Everyone involved was between 17 and 23 years old. One of the people hurt is now being treated at the UW hospital in Madison. If you know what happened or know anything about why it happened, police are asking you to reach out to the Rock County Sheriff's Department.
Excuse me, Naomi, thank you. Fire severely damaged a home in Sun Prairie this morning, but everyone got out safely.
The call came in at about 6:30 a.m. on Kelvington Drive, and that's on the city's far west side. It took several fire departments, including Madison, Dane, and DeForest, 30 minutes to knock down the flames coming out of the roof. When they arrived, people inside were trying to put out the fire with a bucket. 2 cats disappeared during the fire but have since been found and returned to their owner.
The way we work together helped us evacuate and keep people safe. Police get on the scene and they help us right away with the residents, take care of them, and then EMS helps our personnel by doing rehab to keep our people safe.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Police are investigating after a school bus and a Milwaukee County Transit bus collided in Milwaukee just after 6 this morning. The collision appeared to cause the school bus to strike the side of a public library building. The Milwaukee County Transit System says the MCTS bus driver and 5 passengers were taken to the hospital to be checked out. Police are now trying to determine how the crash happened and why.
With the Delta variant driving up COVID infections and the Omicron variant threatening even more, the push is on now to get more Americans vaccinated and boosted before the holidays arrive. Now that 16 and 17-year-olds can get COVID boosters, people of all ages are lining up in numbers not seen since the first days vaccines were offered. Some health experts believe the U.S. has already started a winter surge. At least 42 states have seen hospitalizations go up in the past week, and the number of new cases has jumped nearly 16% nationwide.
We have a lot of community transmission going on, and when you have a lot of community transmission going on and there's lots and lots of opportunities for people to be intermingling, you run the risk of these numbers just continuing to grow.
With infections rising in New York State from both the Delta and Omicron variants, Governor Hochul of New York is taking new steps to tackle the surge. The state is enacting a statewide indoor mask mandate unless a business has a vaccination mandate. Governor Hochul says she will reassess the new rules on January 15th. Almost 200 million Americans are fully vaccinated for COVID-19. The Supreme Court today issued a mixed ruling on a Texas abortion law, which effectively bans abortions after about 6 weeks of pregnancy, which is before most women know they're pregnant.
Now, both sides are claiming victory while the court fight continues in Texas. Natalie Brand has more details from Washington.
The Supreme Court ruled 8-1, saying abortion providers can sue some Texas officials over the state's controversial new law. But the high court stopped short of blocking the near-total abortion ban while legal proceedings continue.
It is sobering not to have the protection of the courts at this moment, while at the same time be forced with denying people the care that they deserve.
The Texas law prohibits most abortions after around 6 weeks, without exceptions for rape or incest. It allows private citizens to sue those who carry out or assist in abortions with a $10,000 reward if successful.
Abortion is health care. Healthcare is a right.
Supporters of the law say they've saved lives. The group Texas Values said Friday the Texas heartbeat law remains fully enforceable and shows that Texas takes the dignity and protection of the preborn seriously.
The Biden administration's Justice Department said it will continue to fight the Texas law in lower courts to uphold the Constitution.
The president is very concerned by the Supreme Court's decision allowing SB 8 to remain in effect, given the consequences the law has for women in Texas.
In a separate opinion, Chief Justice John Roberts and the court's liberal justices sharply criticized the Texas law, saying the clear purpose and actual effect of SB 8 has been to nullify this court's rulings. The conservative majority court has yet to issue an opinion on the larger issue of abortion rights in a Mississippi case challenging Roe v. Wade. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
The Supreme Court's ruling on the Mississippi abortion case is not expected until early this summer.
Former Senator Bob Dole is remembered as a father, hero, and statesman today. His funeral was at the Washington National Cathedral. The funeral service for the late Senator Dole included music and touching stories from colleagues who knew him best. Dole's daughter Robin remembered her father as a dog lover, always striving to do more for others. She read from the farewell letter he wrote before his death.
I believe in the future of the United States of America. I love you, Dad, and I promise you will never walk alone.
The wounded Army veteran was also honored at the National World War II Memorial he helped create. This weekend, Dole's home state will pay tribute to his life of public service.
Michael Nesmith, a singer and guitarist for the hit group The Monkees, has died. He died of heart failure at his home in California. Nesmith was from Houston, but moved to LA and landed a role that shot him to superstardom on the TV series The Monkees in 1965. Michael Nesmith was married 3 times and is survived by 4 children. He was 78 years old.
Legendary race car driver Al Unser Sr. has died at the age of 82. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway says he had been battling cancer for the past 17 years. He was one of only 4 racers to ever win the Indianapolis 500 4 times. He also set a record for the most laps led in the Indy 500. Unser is survived by his wife Susan and son Al Unser Jr.
Former NFL wide receiver Demaryius Thomas was found dead at his home in Roswell, Georgia yesterday. He was 33 years old and would have turned 34 on Christmas Day. Preliminary reports pointed to some sort of medical issue. Thomas played 10 seasons in the NFL and is considered one of the best wide receivers in Denver Broncos history. He spent the majority of his career with Denver, winning 2 AFC championships and Super Bowl 50. He announced his retirement in June.
New Zealand's Hobbiton, home of the Hobbits and the Lord of the Rings film trilogy, will celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Fellowship of the Ring with a special outdoor screening. The release of the first feature film of the J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogies premiered at Odeon Leicester Square in London on December 10th, 2001, bringing instant fame to New Zealand's rolling hills, meadows, and forests, which were the backdrop for the mythical Middle-earth.
It's bizarre to think 20 years, even when the films came out, because, of course, we were working on them 4 or 5 years before that, So, yeah, it's extraordinary. I can't quite believe the time's gone past. And the thing that amazes me the most is that there's still such interest in it. Like, there's still such a passion for that world out there.
The hairy feet and pointed-eared hobbits are set to hit the screens again as Amazon Studios began filming the Lord of the Rings series in New Zealand last year, a TV show widely tipped to be the most expensive ever made.
He read my mind. I was just going to say it's amazing how much interest there still is in that series.
Yeah, and then New Zealand too, isn't it? It's gorgeous there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, still to come on Live at 4, Christmas Eve is just 2 weeks away, and that means the shopping rush continues.
Good luck, everyone. We'll take you behind the scenes at a FedEx shipping facility in California to show you that Santa can have many different faces.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And when we first released Plexiderm, our mission was to help people reduce the appearance of their wrinkles and under eye bags in minutes with a simple serum. After 2 years of reading thousands of reviews, I realized Plexiderm changes people on the inside. It improves their lives dramatically.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. That was me a couple of years ago when I first tried Plexiderm. I think it just exuded this confidence. Really, there are no other options. Plexiderm is the only thing that works. It was life-changing. It was the best decision I ever made. Still using it.
The Plexiderm effect is more than shrinking under eye bags from view. It's more than getting rid of the appearance of crow's feet. It's more than saying goodbye to the look of those 11 lines between your eyes. The real effect of Plexiderm is self-confidence. It's celebrating this holiday season with friends and family, knowing that you look and feel your best. So join us in 2021 and take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and look in the mirror and say, wow, I feel great.
I'm Neela. I'm 61.
51 years old. I'm a personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside.
Take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and see real results, guaranteed. Try it for only $14.95 this holiday season at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
With a Ford F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold. If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Unlike other cold medicines, Coracetin provides powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments with Coracetin, now in sugar-free liquid.
Well, it appears Madison will escape much of the snow that will fall well north of here, but we will see some snow in the capital city overnight.
Madison Streets Department is ready and has been since late October. Once the snow starts sticking to the pavement, the department will send out 32 trucks to salt Madison's main roads. That's about half the total lanes of traffic in town. Residential areas only get plowed if there's 3 or more inches of snow, and those roads are never salted.
So what winds up happening on the residential areas is they'll get a hard pack of snow on them. This snow and ice sort of builds up throughout the winter. And it's safe to drive on, but it can be a little slick, so we will put sand down if we need to.
Pre-treating the road with brine would keep snow from sticking as much, but when it rains like it is tonight, the city doesn't use the brine because it just washes away. For updates, go to cityofmadison.com/winter. Well, it sounds nice to get to a warm getaway, right?
I know. Why aren't we doing that?
Yeah, exactly. People who book on Southwest Airlines will see a new fare option next year.
Yeah, the airline announced it's adding a 4th fare choice to its lineup. Currently, it has Business Select, Anytime, and Want to Get Away fares. Each has different benefits, with the 3rd option being the cheapest. The airline did not share the name of the new fare or its benefits, but it says it will be above its current lowest priced option and will be available to all customers. Southwest expects to launch the new fare in 2022.
Well, the supply chain issues are apparently not affecting how much product is being shipped into the U.S. That's according to a new Global Port Tracker report. According to the report, by the end of the year, the nation is expected to have the highest volume of product shipped to the U.S. since the National Retail Federation started tracking imports in 2002.
If gas and food prices seem particularly high these days, well, plot twist, you're right. In fact, consumer prices in the U.S. have jumped to their highest levels in nearly 40 years. The cost of living in the U.S. rose in November, according to the Labor Department. Gas prices soared more than 58%, the biggest hike since 1980. Groceries cost 6.4% more over the same period, the largest increase since December 2008. Food prices at restaurants jumped nearly 6%. That's the highest jump since 1982.
Despite that news, U.S. stocks finished the week on a high note. The Dow gained 216 points, the NASDAQ 113, and the S&P gained 44 for a record high. Well, we are just 2 weeks away from Christmas Eve. I know it's hard to believe, isn't it? And the holiday shopping rush is going full blast.
I started mine today.
I haven't started yet.
Yeah,
I'm in big trouble.
It's okay, you'll make it. But experts do say that the volume of online shopping and shipping this season will break records. CBS Evening News anchor Nora O'Donnell got inside a FedEx shipping facility in California for an exclusive look on how the company plans to deliver it all in time for Christmas.
Santa's helpers are hard at work in the middle of the night at this FedEx processing facility in Los Angeles to make sure your holiday gifts arrive on time.
To some degree, you are in Santa's workshop. No doubt about it.
And like the FedEx plane is sort of like Santa's sleigh.
That is the sleigh.
With nearly 60% of Americans buying presents online this year, FedEx expects to ship an unprecedented 100 million more packages this holiday season. Bobby Willis is Vice President of Operations on the West Coast.
How many packages will you sort per hour?
An hour, we'll sort about 20,000 packages an hour in this facility.
That's incredible.
That adds up to 240,000 packages passing through this facility alone. Getting packages to their destination is like a choreographed dance.
The amount of packages that get sorted here in one day is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
Kyles Hawkins is a package handler, and he says during the holiday crush, days are long, but they go by quickly.
So when these packages are going by, we want to make sure that the labels are up.
So that one's not up,
That one's not up, so we got to get that one up.
Okay, got it.
These bins are designed to fit perfectly on this Boeing 767. Willis told us it takes about 30 minutes to fill up this plane.
What is the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge for us right now is just the sheer amount of volume and the planning that goes into moving that volume.
All right, Bobby, so given all those challenges, can you guarantee people are going to get their packages on time?
I can guarantee that if people give us a correct address.
Make sure you get the zip code right.
Get the zip code right and ship early, we will get your package delivered on time. I can guarantee you that.
Guaranteeing smiles and laughs for many on Christmas morning. Nora O'Donnell, Los Angeles.
It's so
I've always wanted to see behind the scene. I can't even imagine how crazy that is.
And to keep track of everything like that, I'd mess up.
We all would. Well, up next on Live at 4, Santa Claus is coming to town.
We'll take you to a Santa school and show you what it takes to become jolly old Saint Nick.
Smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and get $100.
It's Humane Holidays at Mounds. During December, purchase items off of the Humane Holidays wish lists to support Rock County's Friends of Noah Cafe program and the Dane County Humane Society.
The cafe program provides free dog and cat food to local families who can't afford to feed their own pets.
Humane Holidays not only provides Dane County Humane Society with vital wish list items, it truly makes the shelter feel more like home for the holidays.
Support Humane Holidays at Mounds because everyone deserves a great holiday.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. Entrust your heart to Entresto.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Pick and save. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Well, take a look at this. It's the time of year to check out some holiday lights, but you probably haven't seen them like this. Check out this incredible display of lights all over the campus of Regent University in Virginia. They went all out, didn't they? Well, a drone pilot gives us a cool bird's eye view while flying his drone through, up, and over the grounds. This impressive holiday exhibition is free and open to the public this weekend with carnival rides, a live nativity scene, horse-drawn carriage rides, free cookies, live music, and more.
That is incredible.
Fun.
I wish you would slow down a little bit, though. I'm getting car sick watching that.
He had so much to cover. He had to go.
That really is amazing. Well, you know the saying, red sky in the morning, sailors take warning, right?
I've heard of that. Well, and you all know the weather that we're headed for tonight and tomorrow morning. And here's the sky this morning. One is facing east and one is facing west. So, Austin, is there any truth to this saying and why? What's causing it?
A lot of people have wondered. I mean, it is interesting when the sky is red in the morning like it was this morning. Now look at the weather tonight.
Right, yeah, and I would say that it's not quite fully false, but it's not quite fully true. There's a kernel of truth that lies in there, basically. So whenever you do have systems moving through like what we're seeing here tonight, our dew point has been rising over the last 24 hours or so. That increases that chance of precipitation, but it also adds a little bit of moisture to the air. So basically, you have the sun rising, reflecting off of a little bit more of the moisture that's in the air, a few more particles that are there. You get the prettier colors that are actually out there in the morning for the sunrise and sunsets. And it's very interesting because it can hold some truth because higher dew points generally does lead to more precipitation, but also it could just be a muggy day out there for the afternoon. This time around, though, we got a storm coming.
That's interesting. I hope my dad is watching because he's a big sailor and he thinks it's spot on accurate.
And sometimes it can be, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times it may not be fully accurate, so can't really quite go out there, take a peek at the sky and know the forecast ahead for the day, but thaftefully you could just turn on Channel 3 and we do have your forecast for the rest of the day, so there we go.
That's actually very interesting. We've had some beautiful sunrises and sunsets.
Yeah, so pretty.
Okay, now speaking of lights, earlier today, the entire newsroom emptied out to help decorate the backyard patio. That's Sue Gallmeyer, our morning show director.
And there you are.
There we are. We all went outside with the lights to help get the patio all decorated. There's Chris Stanford. That's Nicole in the blue jacket. That in the royal blue jacket. That's the producer of this show, Matt. And Nicole, she's our 5 o'clock director. Actually, she's directing tonight. There she is. There's Nicole, and there's Chris. So it gives you an opportunity to meet some of the people behind the scenes.
See, if I had all of these people coming over to my place to help, I would decorate for Christmas.
We'll do it.
A lot of hands make light work.
And that was a shot of Hannah, our 5 o'clock director, and there's Mike Van Susteren, our chief photographer. It was really fun.
Good job.
It was really fun. And so now we have to light the patio. We're going to give you the honor, Austin. Ready?
Ready?
We'll do a little countdown. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Boom! And there it is, baby.
There it is.
Nice.
Oh, it's very pretty.
Yeah, it makes you want to spend time out there, you know, if we had like blankets and space heaters and stuff.
Even in the pouring rain tonight, it is still very pretty.
Yeah, it really looks good out there. I'm going to spend a lot of time outdoors in that patio, especially for these first hits, but it's getting pretty chilly out there, and I do have a forecast coming up with, I mean, this is an interesting forecast. We have thunderstorms, we have snow, we have cold temperatures, and we have one day in the 60s, so I'll have details coming up.
Great button work, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
Probably won't touch me. I want to stay for the holidays.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back,
You may need to target information. What? You may need to target information. No!
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating the eyes and may provide temporary relief. Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid eye drop specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you are allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Eyes to relieve, symptoms decrease. Xiidra can bring lasting relief.
This holiday, ask your doctor about Xiidra.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Save up to $42.62 on select models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. Outside right now, starting to see some rain falling here in the Madison area, but that's not the case for all of us. Some spots have already seen some snow falling, especially our northern and western community. But here's the bottom line, what we're looking at. Mainly a rain event for southern Wisconsin, but it's mainly a rain event. Of course, we still have some snow mixing in earlier today. We are looking at a little bit of some mixed precipitation in between as well, but a quick hit of snow still looking likely for Saturday morning. So whenever you're going to bed tonight, don't expect that snow to already be stacking up here in the Dane County area. You're gonna have to wait until those early morning hours for tomorrow, but then we're gonna see those winds picking up, and it could blow around some of that snow even towards the afternoon hours tomorrow after all the actual precipitation is moved out. But our Doppler track now starting to really set up that rain-snow line. We can see currently where it is, generally just to the north of Prairie du Chien, Lone Rock as well. And again, some of our northern communities have already seen some of that snow falling. We're seeing slick conditions up around Viroqua, La Crosse, Camp Douglas, Wisconsin Dells already as well. But here in Madison, we have just stuck with the rain showers, and with temperatures actually slightly increasing, that's going to be a continuing trend with warmer conditions and more rain here for southern Wisconsin. But actually what we're looking at down south right now is a severe thunderstorm watch. We actually do have a tornado watch down south, not going to affect us. We may hear a rumble of thunder or two with some of the rain, but that's just about it in terms of our rain chances here. But it does look like we're still going to see plenty of that rain, eventually making that switch over to snowfall. But when is that going to happen? That's the big question. It looks like it's going to hold off for quite some time, which in reality is going to keep our snowfall totals on the lower side of things. But up to our northwest, where we see that rain snow line set up and it barely budges over the next 24 hours, this is where we're going to set up to see quite a bit of some additional snowfall. But then towards the morning hours tomorrow, you can see this radar at about 3 a.m. That's whenever we're really going to start to see the falling temperatures and an eventual transition back over to snowfall before this exits the area. But that could lead to some slick conditions on some roadways for tomorrow morning. And up to our northwest, well, those slick conditions are already here. Take a peek at our future track for the entire state. If you want to see a lot of snowfall, you're going to have to travel to the Northwoods here for the weekend. Southern Wisconsin, we're still looking at some snowfall, but not as much overall. Just about 1 to 3 right here in the Dane County area. Still down to our southeast. Not a ton of snowfall is expected, but up to an inch is still going to be a possibility. But the farther to the north and the farther to the west rather that you travel, that's where we're going to see some of these larger snowfall totals, even 6 to 9 inches. And even more could be possible here far up to our northwest. So winter weather bulletins does show a lot of our northwestern communities actually seeing those winter weather advisories, but winter storm warnings in effect for some of our northernmost communities. Now again, we're not seeing the strong to severe thunderstorms that some of our southern friends are seeing. St. Louis, Memphis, strong chance to actually see these strong to severe thunderstorms and even a possibility of a tornado outbreak over the next few hours. So we're really going to continue to actually watch out there for that. But also here locally, we have our own issues. It is an alert day for the rest of tonight and into tomorrow morning. And then your extended forecast does show a few dry days ahead of us. Sunday and Monday, going to see some sunshine with the 40s returning. Take a look at Tuesday and Wednesday, however, starting to increase those temperatures. Wednesday's high, 60 degrees.
Wow.
We cool things down right afterwards, but that is going to shatter a record high temperature that's currently set at 52.
That's incredible. Is it going to be very windy too?
It is going to be very windy from the south. It's actually going to help to warm up the temperatures, but boy, is it going to be a breezy day.
Boy, hold on to the Christmas decoration.
Yes.
All the lights we just put up are going to be long gone.
That's right. So will any of the snow that sticks around here, at least in this part of Wisconsin.
Yeah, the whole week next week is unseasonably mild. Very
That's right.
bizarre for December. What a year this has been.
Spring is saying, hold on, I'll be there.
Yeah. Austin, thank you.
Santa had to keep his distance last year,
you.
you know, because of COVID.
Of course, but this year he's back in the sleigh after being put through the paces in the classroom.
Ian Lee has the story from London.
Apparently, old Saint Nick wasn't born to be Santa. First, he had to go to school.
Santa Tim, can we have a ho, ho, ho? Ho, 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 ho.
Class is in session at London's Santa HQ, where they learn the do's and, just as important, the don'ts.
A bad Santa says, who are you, what's your name, where do you live, how old are you, what do you want for Christmas?
If you want an authentic Santa chuckle, here's a pro tip.
Imagine that you've got a little belt here, tuck your thumbs in there, and then just push your belly out and go, ho, ho, ho.
It's also important to remember who you're working with.
Dancer and Prancer, Comet and Blitzen.
The Santa gig can pay more than $1,000 a day here in the UK, but like in the US, Kris Kringles are in short supply.
But of course, the world has changed since last year, and we would be foolish to ignore those changes.
COVID put the kibosh on seeing Santa last year, so many made virtual visits to the North Pole. But now, he's coming to town.
The belt is rather good.
But how will Santa stay safe and not deliver COVID along with any presents?
All our reindeers are jabbed. The ones that need the boosters have also had the booster. They're all very, very happy to do it.
Plus, the big guy visits at night when everyone is asleep, so he can spread the magic of Christmas while keeping his distance. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Oh, that's a nice story.
Yeah. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, a legendary film has been remade and released just in time for the holidays, the new West Side Story.
And then next hour at 5, schools are not immune from ransomware attacks. We'll tell you about a local district who was attacked earlier this year.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin and I can
can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it. It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this holiday season and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
It's one thing to say you have the most accurate forecast. It's another to prove it, and we've done just that.
First Warn Weather has been certified most accurate here in Madison by WeatherRate, an independent research firm. They study every news station's forecast every day, every year, and determine scientifically which forecasts align with the actual observed conditions.
Only one station came out on top, and that's News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
Trust the First Warn Weather team for your most accurate forecast.
There's a live look of downtown Madison tonight on this dreary, rainy Friday night, but could be snow, and it's not here. Just rain. Austin will have another update on the forecast coming up. Remaking West Side Story is a big deal, even for a filmmaker like Steven Spielberg. After all, the 1961 movie musical won 10 Academy Awards.
Yeah, and 60 years later, Spielberg's version is hitting theaters, and critics are talking Oscars all over again. David Daniel looks at what's old and what's new in West Side Story.
The first gringo boy who smiles at you.
I never seen you before. I'm not Puerto Rican.
Is that okay?
Do you want to start World War III?
The new West Side Story still has the gang clashes between the Sharks and Jets, the forbidden love at first sight between Tony and Maria, and those memorable songs. The new generation of stars includes Rachel Zegler, a YouTube performer in her first professional role as Maria, Ansel Elgort as Tony, and Ariana DeBose as Anita, the role for which 60 years ago, Rita Moreno became the first Latina actress to win an Oscar.
You don't want to start maybe with I'd like to take you out to coffee?
Moreno returns in the new film's only new major role, Valentina, who counsels Tony as he woos Maria. But just as in the original film, the course of this love story never runs smooth.
Life matters even more than love.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And West Side Story opened in theaters today.
Can't wait to see it. Tomorrow, by the way, Rita Moreno celebrates her 90th birthday.
I love her.
Wouldn't it be something if she wins an Oscar?
She's getting Oscar buzz again. And if you haven't seen the documentary about her, I think it's on Netflix. Highly, highly recommend.
Oh, good. Very good tip. Well, don't fret. There's more to come and more holiday content here on Live at 4.
Up next, we take you backstage with Michael Bruno in children's theaters of Madison's A Christmas Carol.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more beginner's yoga. Namaste. Namaste. Surprise parties. Aw, you guys. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks. For free! So I can do more of the things I love. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection, and don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
This year, don't just get ready, get holiday ready. And the only place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Get the Ford SUV that's perfect for your family's holiday traditions. Ford Explorer, Escape, or Bronco Sport with our best offers of the season. Inventory is arriving daily, so see your Ford dealer today and get holiday ready. Now get a Ford Edge with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
I'm not getting through the pandemic just to end up with the flu.
I asked for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent. It's the #1 used flu vaccine for people 65 and older.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent is the only vaccine approved by the FDA for superior flu protection in adults 65 plus.
I'm not letting my guard down.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent isn't for people who've had a severe allergic reaction to any flu vaccine or vaccine component, including eggs or egg products. Tell your healthcare professional if you've ever experienced severe muscle weakness after receiving a flu shot. People with weakened immune systems, including those receiving therapies that suppress the immune system, may experience lower immune responses. Vaccination may not protect everyone. Side effects include pain, redness and/or swelling where you got the shot, muscle ache, headache, and general discomfort. Other side effects may occur.
All flu shots are not the same. I raised my game with Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back. Everything with traffic currently looking pretty good to go right now. Only slowdown we're seeing is the usual spots here in the Beltline and, of course, your areas with some traffic lights that are normally slow at this time.
All right, Austin, thank you. If you're looking for something festive to do with the entire family this weekend, we have an idea for you.
Michael Bruno takes us backstage with the Children's Theater of Madison's rendition of A Christmas Carol.
So let's raise the curtain and say hello to our company of actors.
This is A Christmas Carol's home, and it's something that CTM has been so excited and thrilled to be able to do every year in this wonderful, elegant, large space.
You are too generous as usual, my old friend. If there's only one thing lacking, old chap, your guests.
It's a tradition for thousands of families and community members from far and wide, so we want to keep that tradition going forever.
To tell true, I just don't seem to be able to face it this year. Oh, of course.
That's something that we've all in the theater world have looked forward to a long, long time. It was odd. The last couple of years were very, very hard for everybody, obviously, but theater artists, we watched our industry that we've devoted our lives to disappear.
You know, it's like we had been working out every day, and then we didn't go into the gym for 2 years. So we're getting back into it and feeling like, oh yeah, this is what it is to rehearse. But we also had a lot of safety protocols in place that we've never had before, having to rehearse in masks, having to be tested twice a week, making sure everybody stayed safe. All the actors have, and all staff and all crew have to be fully vaccinated.
Please, Mr. C, it isn't Christmas without the story.
Hello.
Please, Mr. C.
Listen, unfortunately, children, Uncle...
When we did one of the runs, we all took our masks off, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what you look like. You're amazing. You're even better with your mask off. So that's, I mean, theater is really about communicating, right? Using the words to try to change the person in front of you, and it's hard to really key into those things when half of that expression is gone, covered over.
How about this? With Mr. C's permission, I'll give it a go. Give what a go? With the story. You fool. Goodness, I've heard it so many years, I ought to be able to tell it backwards by now, right?
Yes, please do.
The joy of getting to direct this every year is that I panic a little bit right before rehearsal starts, thinking, how am I going to bring a freshness to it? And then really, the thing I love about the collaborative effort of theater is the discussing based in the text, based in the language and the ideas that are there. And always, always, this play reflects today to me, every year. And so we're finding those threads as well.
Once upon a time. Oh, wait, stop. What did you say? Once upon a time. Once upon a time.
So really grateful to be back in the theater and to be making theater with this incredible group and looking forward to having audiences in the seats. Yeah, it's a treat.
Quite to be sure, the story does possess a once upon a time, but it does not begin with once upon a time. Oh, goodness, no, have you forgotten?
And Michael joins us now. Hi, Michael.
Hey there. Hi.
This is such a great Madison tradition, and I think I love the way Roseanne expressed. It's so great to see them back, to have them back with no masks. You know, it's been a long time.
And especially being in the Capitol Theater, which is such a beautiful theater. It's such a jewel for us to have in Madison, and it's just a perfect setting for Christmas Carol. And it's really wonderful to see everybody back inside that theater again.
Yeah, and do you think, like, the themes of kindness and Christmas spirit, do you think that we need those now more than ever?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, my goodness. All the Scrooges need a little...
This is a huge cast.
It's a very big cast, and it's a great mix of professional actors and local kids that are in the show. So it's really wonderful. You know, it's an event for them to be in it, as well as for everyone to see it.
And there are many opportunities to see it. Let's show everybody. A Christmas Carol runs December 11th through the 23rd in the historic Capitol Theater at Overture Center. For tickets and more information, go to overture.org. Now remember, you have to wear a face mask and you have to show proof of vaccination, by the way, to go to the Overture Center. Okay, the weekend is almost here. You ready, guys?
Yeah.
It's Friday! Hi, Jim.
Hi.
I forgot to I love your little tree in the background. It looks very festive over there. Very nice. Well done. Have a great weekend.
You too. Happy holidays, everyone.
To you guys as well. Thanks so much. And Austin, you're going to have a final look at this crazy forecast.
Crazy forecast. I'll definitely have a look at that coming up.
We'll be right back. Jinx.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
It's Humane Holidays at Mounds. During December, purchase items off of the Humane Holidays wish lists to support Rock County's Friends of Noah Cafe program and the Dane County Humane Society.
The cafe program provides free dog and cat food to local families who can't afford to feed their own pets.
Humane Holidays not only provides Dane County Humane Society with vital wish list items, it truly makes the shelter feel more like home for the holidays.
Support Humane Holidays at Mounds because everyone deserves a great holiday.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Save up to $42.62 on select models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
And welcome back. One final check of our snowfall potential through tomorrow. About 1 to 2 inches in Madison. Still a possibility to see upwards of 3. Farther north and the farther west we travel, that's where we're going to see some of those heavier snowfall totals. And some could see even upwards of about 1/2 foot or larger amounts, especially up to our north. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true, with diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this, now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take control of your sight.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the PowerSwabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order PowerSwabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free PowerSwabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Mark is off this week, but there is no vacation for the news hounds. They put together the best animal stories of the week.
Whew, they are busy. Here are Louie and Oliver with this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, that's one big sunfish,
a brand new pygmy hippo,
and a brand new baby sloth.
But first, a pair of spotted-necked otters, native to Africa, are making themselves at home in the Oregon Zoo in Portland. The pair, named Lemmy and Lila, arrived at the zoo last month and are now exploring their new home in the zoo's African rainforest habitat. Lemmy and Lila were brought to Oregon from other zoos as part of a species survival plan for the spotted-necked otter. The species is listed as near threatened in Africa due to a loss of habitat, pollution, and invasive species.
Speaking of endangered species, there's a new baby pygmy hippo running around a zoo in France. Leah, the mother, is still protective of her newborn, not letting her out into the natural elements yet. Unlike common hippos, pygmy hippos usually live alone, except when they are mating or with a calf. They're mainly nocturnal, spending the day in the water and moving to land at night to feed on leaves and grasses. Pygmy hippos can be found in Western Africa and in zoos around the world.
London Zoo released pictures of its latest edition, a new baby sloth, reportedly born in an uncharacteristic hurry. Terry, the tiny two-toed sloth, was born to Mother Marilyn. Its sex is still unknown. The zoo says the baby had surprised zookeepers with its hasty arrival for a species famed for taking its time. They looked in on Marilyn one morning. No baby, no signs of labor. Well, then, less than an hour later, baby Terry was spotted with mom. Mother and baby are said to be doing well.
And finally, holy Holy mola! A Laguna Beach paddleboarder ran into what he thinks may be the biggest sunfish around. The fish is known as a mola mola. The paddleboarder estimated this guy is about 10 feet long based on his 14-foot paddleboard. He says he's seen about a dozen sunfish in his many years on the water, but this was the biggest and the closest to the beach. Sunfish are usually found further out at sea. Holy mola is right.
And that's this week's edition of The News Hounds.
Thanks, Louie and Oliver. Brady, thank you for your help today.
Thank you.
Mark will be off next week as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good weekend. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.